roll.
Oh,
Can't
even see.
I guess we're setting the mood
Yeah.
So big difference.
when the lights turn off. We already did an after
Garage is
dark.
pretty. We did.
Did we?
With the ladies, yeah. I thought that was the after dark.
That was the after dark? I don't think so.
Oh.
No.
No, I
They
thought
were
it was-
pretty risque.
Yeah.
They were.
They were not. I would say the after dark one is like we said. I think it's like the hot tub one where we legit just record
We should.
in the hot tub. It'd be so funny.
You know what we need to do is have Rob. We need to just get in the hot tub. Rob will have one. We could do it at Rob's office, probably.
Oh, that would be good to do some like
just
promo shots kind of thing.
Let's do it.
It'd be so funny.
He needs a name then, probably. We'll have to name him.
No, we don't care.
He'd
He's
just be
not
a
a
corporate
teacher
sponsor.
or a teacher husband. Yeah,
He's
that's
just
what we need. We need Desert Oasis. Teacher
what it
Husband's
is?
podcast sponsored by Desert Oasis.
That's what we need.
We need just have him float us a little bit of money, and we'll float. Yeah,
He could buy us a 12-pack of beer, and then we'll...
we'll sponsor him for sure. He'll
Prime
sponsor us.
podcast, or a Prime sponsor.
I'm all
I'm
for
down.
that.
Plug him every time.
We'll throw it in. We'll throw it out tomorrow. Yeah. If he just provides us with a 12-pack each recording session
once a month. That's what seems like a very
easy.
good...
$20.
He's definitely not going to get the return on investment.
No.
No.
But somebody
We'll
might be
say
buying
the
a
name
pop.
a lot.
Yeah, we will. Yeah.
So
I already forgot it.
Desert
what?
Desert Oasis something and spas and pools and hot tubs and spas.
There's
and
like
saunas.
6 of them here in town, and I always forget which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it was the same company, just different names.
All right, welcome back to the Teacher Husbands podcast. We are still rolling, and we have had so many listeners. What did you just send us a thing that we had 1 million or something, right?
$1 million.
Well, he's rounding.
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit.
I'm rounding up for sure. Rounding up.
Okay.
But
Yeah, it was a good number.
We'll
we
just
will
call
just
it a
leave
million.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
we're gonna. It's a story, and we're sticking to it.
Yeah.
Yep,
A
yep.
million.
There you go. So we are back, episode 9, and school has started. And I don't know. That's about all we can say with that, right? School has started.
Yeah, I haven't seen my wife for,
Yeah.
since school started. So
Is
I think
anybody-
she's living here still.
Is anybody else's wife turned into like zombie mode after school
Yeah.
starts?
She usually does, but she like, it's so funny. I think Tuesday at darts last week, right? She said like, make sure you say that I'm not coming home crying and falling asleep on the couch and this and that. So I'm like, okay, 2 weeks in, she's still got it going. But anyway, she wanted me to make sure.
If you have to say it, doesn't it seem like that's actually happening? She's all cover for me.
Like,
no,
tell everybody I'm not
not
crying
covering
as I'm crying.
As I'm
wasn't-
crying.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
No, she has not been crying. That's for sure. She,
But it's
she's doing pretty
sleeping,
good.
Like, because that's what I'm saying. Like, my wife comes and she's like in complete like zombie mode sometimes, where it's just like either she's really delirious from lack of sleep, or she's just is like, I'm so tired.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's how she is.
That's how
from
yours is too,
August through until December when she gets a break. Well, fall break she might take a sleep in once or
Recoup.
twice.
Yeah.
Here's
I
a
know.
question: how many times have you heard when's our next break? Already.
We haven't talked in 2 weeks, so I haven't heard it yet. So.
The little bit that we have talked, I've heard that.
Yeah,
It's like,
because
I'm
she's
ready
going
for
to
a
bed
break.
at 9 and I'm still up, and
Yeah.
so
You
we
get to
don't
do that?
talk.
Oh, I get to.
You have to go.
We're going to bed now. I'm like, Are we? Oh, no, that's not always true.
We haven't done that for 15 years.
She's like,
so,
I'm
yeah.
going to bed, and she disappears. I'm
Yeah,
like, you're asleep. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, that's because
Guess
we
I'll
don't
brush
have
my
a
teeth.
show that we watch together, so we can't find. We started watching the Apple TV one,
Which
the
presumably
Gyllenhaal one.
Oh,
but she can only watch like one episode and then she's done because it gets
Yeah.
too much for her. So then we just turned it off, and I'm like, I want to keep watching, and and then
no, you better not, because you'll
yeah.
be in trouble.
Well,
Yeah.
kind of. She will basically. She likes it, but she'll never really watch it. So I'll just have to
really?
watch it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Leslie is not going to do that. She likes the Dragon show, the House of Dragons. She liked that, which I was surprised. I made her watch Game of Thrones so that we could have a show to watch, and she's like, "This is dumb. I'm not gonna." what's that guy's name again? Who's this and what's that? And then she got into it and wanted to watch all of them. And so then when the new one came, I was not allowed to watch anything without her. That's the deal. But same. Then we watched That's Presumed Innocent.
Yeah.
Same thing. She could not watch one without her.
I get to watch all those shows over and over again because my wife will fall asleep. And then I have to start it over. And then I'm already like, ooh, wait. And then it gets good. And then,
No, I'm going to give you a hack, okay, for that. Because that happens to me almost every time.
Teach me.
Okay? As soon as you watch, you have to do the looking to the side, watching to see if they're asleep. And then they get mad. She's like, I'm watching. Don't keep checking. But then they fall asleep and you just stop it and then go to your backup show and watch your backup show while they're sleeping. And then when they wake up, they're like, why'd you shut it off? You're like, well, you've been out for an hour and a half. So I watched 2 episodes of this other show and then let's go to bed. She's like, oh, fine. So then you don't have to rewatch it again. You've got something else that you can watch. You just have a backup show.
Noted. Good to know.
Yeah.
I will say for all of our listeners, I don't know that Kyle's wife really sounds like that, but I think she sounds like that to Kyle.
I don't know what that is. Did it just come out as if was it bad?
No, it's been
Was it snotty?
for 8 episodes. It's the same voice. I'm not saying it's any different. I'm just
Like the
saying.
accent or the tone? I'm gonna have to listen back and work on that. Thanks, Jeremy. Of
course, yeah.
I guess we're throwing each other the bus
Yeah,
today.
for sure. Go ahead.
It's going to get violent tonight.
Speaking of violence, no, I don't know.
Where's one of your Jeremy segues?
Yeah,
Come
I don't
on.
have a good segue for that. That's true. Oh man. Yeah. Well,
Well, I can think of that. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of violence,
speaking of violence,
we have a guest,
yeah,
and that guest
A violent-
has most definitely been a part of some violence at his place of work.
probably.
In fact, I'm jealous because I can just think of some of the violence I myself would love to have been involved in. And it involves dodgeball,
Yeah.
probably,
Okay. Yeah.
We hope.
or something with a ball hitting a kid and the kid falling down, or
Kickball.
basically kids falling down. That
Good.
would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
introduce us to our guest.
so we have a guest. We're again, our guests do not share their real names, so they come in with a name that they want to call themselves. So our guest is Tristan Ludlow, and those that are unfamiliar, Tristan Ludlow is the antagonist.
He's the hot one. On
Yeah, that's true. He
Legends
is the
of the
hot
Fall.
one on Legends of the Fall.
He gets his own category.
So-
He's not the protagonist. He's not the antagonist.
Yeah, he
He's
gets
the hot
all
one.
of
Yeah.
The hero.
So he is.
Yeah.
See,
With
look at
the
that.
beautiful hair.
Yes, flowing. Joining us, yes, in studio, Tristan Ludlow. He is a teacher here in town and a teacher husband. Right, both things.
Twofold.
So, twofold. So, but before we go too far into that, we're going to talk a little bit of Legends of the Fall, because here's the funny thing. Tristan and I, this is going to be so weird. I have to keep saying that. Like, we've been friends for 15 years, 16 years, something
Yeah.
like that. And I think the first time he said that he liked Legends of the Fall, you can't tell if it's a joke or
Yeah.
not.
Like-
You're like, you really, even to this day, it almost seems like it's kind of a joke, and I don't really get it.
That's exactly right.
There's a funny thing jumping off of that. Like, we have the Maverick on. I'm jumping over here. The Maverick over here on 29 Road.
Yeah.
They have that little milkshake thing. Have you been in there? And you can like make your own milkshakes.
Friel.
The Friel
Yeah.
milkshakes. We went in there. Ann and I went in there several years ago, and we got this. She got this like pistachio macadamia something. She comes and she's eating it, and she's like, "This is the best milkshake I've ever had." And the way she said it, even to this day, I still don't know if it was the best milkshake she's ever had. And it's like a long running joke because it really was. But the way she said it was like, I don't know if you're actually telling the truth
sarcasm?
or not sarcasm. So it's the same way with Tristan over here and Legends of the Fall.
It's almost like the people that are like, I really like Nickelback.
Yeah.
Well, some people really
Some
do.
people really
But it's
do.
like it's like funny, haha, like haha. I
like,
like
but for
Nickelback.
some people, it's not haha.
Oh.
It's like rock on.
Rock.
Okay.
Chad Kroger. Rock on.
He's a
So-
he's a
See,
Canadian treasure.
I can't tell if you're being serious.
I know, exactly. So, based on that, let's start with that. Legends of the Fall, Tristan in studio. Tell us about that movie. What's the deal, I guess?
I mean, the deal is growing up in Wyoming, there's really no reason why I should like this movie other than I think it's based out of Montana.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say, I had to think, was it in Montana or Wyoming?
there's got to be some kind of connection there. But, it's Brad Pitt.
It's true.
Every movie he's done, fell in love with.
There's only like 10 other Brad Pitt movies that I would say that are better than Legends of the Fall. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
There's none. Maybe Troy, but there's definitely none.
God, I mean,
But I mean, you get the drama, you get the war, you get history. Just you
It
don't
is a
believe
good
me
one.
when I say it's my favorite. But
I still don't.
I've had a fantasy football league. It's called the Legends of the Fall Fantasy Football League since high school.
Yep.
I mean, this is going on 20 something years. The loser, my mom used to buy the Legends of the Fall movie from Walmart for $5 and send it to the loser every year.
Perfect.
that's funny. That's good.
There's a twinkle in my eye when I talk about that movie.
I got to thinking, as soon as you said there's 10 other ones that are better than that one, I'm like, there are
None.
quite a few that are better.
There are quite a few.
Name
that are
two.
better.
Fight Club.
Name two. Fight Club.
They named 5. Fight Club, Troy,
Bullet
Snatch.
Snatch. Oh yes.
Snatch is good.
Snatch is so
Yeah.
good.
Glorious Bastards is real good.
Inglorious
Yes.
Bastards.
Yes.
But not as good as Legends of the
What's
Fall.
the tank one? Is that him
Fury.
too? Fury's good.
Fury's fantastic.
Again, I don't know if it's better. I'm just listing them off.
Best job ever.
Ocean's 11. I love Ocean's 11.
12.
Ocean's
fun.
11, yeah.
Yeah,
See, I
good
didn't-
stuff.
It sounds like you just
Mr.
like
or Mrs.
Brad
Smith?
Pitt.
Yeah, of course. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Not
Which, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I do like Brad Pitt for sure. I mean, who doesn't?
Brad Pitt
But
had
I
a
mean-
cameo in Deadpool.
Did he really?
You know the guy that's like invisible and he gets shocked and then you show him for like a second?
I don't remember.
That's Brad Pitt. It's
oh,
like,
really?
Yeah.
That one. Even that's
that
better
one's
than
better
Legends
than
of the Fall.
You know why I don't
But
like
add the
Legends of
musical.
Fall?
Tell me another Brad Pitt movie with the musical that's better.
With a musical?
You mean like the nice score that they have or something? Is that what you're talking about?
The piano scene with Samuel. Come on, you know
Oh.
the movie. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying now. Here's why I'm not a huge fan. The girl, okay? Not
My wife?
Not your wife. Yeah.
not your wife.
Susanna.
Well, I guess we're going to find out if
We're
that's-
gonna find out.
Okay.
which one you're going to tell us. But so I have to preface this ahead of time. I've never met your wife. I'm sure she's lovely.
Teacher.
She's a nice person
Oh, yeah.
who is also a teacher.
Correct.
She sounds
So
great.
she's gotta be an angel.
Sounds awesome. So she's got to be better than the
Than
lady
we
who
are.
played
Oh.
in that movie who
Okay.
did nothing but act like she was going to cry the entire time. She walked around when she was happy. She had tears in her eyes. She was just like, can you just get it together, lady? Come on.
It's not my wife.
Okay, that must not. There we go.
okay, good.
Not Susanna.
Okay,
Not Susanna.
the one who went through all 3 of the brothers. I mean,
There's 3 of us.
well, you're not making a good case.
Like in real life.
Still not her.
In real life, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
There's a better one in the movie.
Yeah, don't get with that.
That's right. That's funny. Yeah, there we go. I mean, we could probably talk about Brad Pitt all night, I guess. We could.
Off
but-
topic though, the problem is with Isabella too is in the movie she starts as like a girl,
Yeah.
she's like 6
Yeah,
and he's like 30.
that's weird. But
that
they-
does get weird.
yeah.
Okay.
But then she's not 6.
Then she's not 6, and, she's
she's
of age, and he's older. Yeah.
I mean, there weren't a lot of ladies around in Montana on the ranch in which to choose from, I guess. So
Even in recent times, right? There's not a lot of
I don't
ladies
know.
in Montana.
There was 2.
Yeah. There's two.
Now,
And then they had to import one of them. So
That is true.
from like a long ways away or something. So yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, obviously the reason we're here is not to talk about movies, but it's good. I mean, the fact that Tristan here, he's a big movie guy. We talk movies all the time, and these guys are too. So it's a lot of fun. We could go round and round with a lot of that kind of stuff too, for sure. But he is a gym teacher. What would you prefer? Gym teacher, PE teacher,
Phys ed.
education.
Physical
Some teachers
educa-
get upset if you say like gym.
Gym.
I don't care.
You don't care.
PE teacher, physical education teacher, coach,
Yeah. Okay.
best job ever, teacher.
Oh, there you go.
I
Oh,
bet it
see?
is.
I bet it is. So
And it's
so-
elementary.
have-
and
We have a lot of
elementary,
questions.
yes, yeah, we have a lot of questions. So
All right.
always wanted to do that, or something before that as a kid growing up, or what kind of got you towards that as far as a gym teacher?
There's 7 kids in the family. We're the youngest. My brother and I, the youngest, were twins. Had tons of nieces and nephews. I was an uncle at 7 years old. Spent my just growing up in high school, working at the rec center, helping kids in all sports, swimming, softball, baseball, soccer. So when I went to college, I knew I wanted to be some kind of teacher.
So you're actually sporty. You're not like faking it.
Oh no, he's
Okay.
he's sporty.
Some
We've
gym
had
teachers
some.
do that.
Well, that's
Right,
true.
just phoning it in.
Yeah. That'd be Jason. He'd be like,
That
I
would
got
be-
a job. I'm a gym teacher. I'm read all the books. I know what to do.
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
teach rackets
Rackets.
and a skinny.
Do you have to get certified like a normal teacher? Not, I mean, forgive my ignorance here, but
That's the episode title. A normal teacher.
a normal teacher.
Actually,
Yes,
wait.
you do have to get
before we
certified.
forget,
Okay.
before we forget,
It's not like they
the
just take
episode
anybody.
title has to be something Legends of the Fall, but I don't know
For
what it's going
sure.
to be. So it's got to be a teacher pun, Legends of the Fall, something.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah,
You
you have to be certified.
Okay.
You take the same test as the teachers take, and then you branch out. And I took the physical education, health, human performance, and wellness field.
No, okay.
And did
That's
you
what I was going to ask you.
Science.
Could you teach other things if need be, or if you wanted
I
to?
get endorsed. I'd have to take the praxis too.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, just the English, math, writing. So
Okay.
writing
Are you
with
in?
the take?
Are you? What grade level are you in?
elementary, K through
Elementary,
5.
Okay. Do you? If you wanted to teach.
I'm certified K through 12.
So you could teach you could teach third grade if you wanted to. Is that correct?
No,
Or
not third grade. The class.
Like the third grade classroom
Yes.
teacher.
Or
Not technically.
second or
I'd
whatever.
have to test out with praxis too. Like another.
Oh, you would still have to test. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking the reason I ask is because my wife looked into maybe teaching in middle school. So sorry, mess with that.
Okay. But he could teach PE in middle school or high school
Right.
now.
Because-
he's
because you're already-
certified
okay,
all the way
got it.
And then
through.
your wife could get an endorsement in PE and teach PE.
Okay.
She would
I
have the
see how it
credentials.
is.
She just
Okay.
have to get the endorsement.
I
So
see.
many hours.
Yeah.
Or
'cause
your wife.
Right.
Yeah.
Or your wife, yes.
She wanted to teach math in
your
middle
wife.
school and looked into it, and then she's like,
April's
"Nah, I
gonna
don't wanna do all
teach
that." But
phys ed now
she would
because
like
I
to.
said so.
Ooh,
She'd be a good phys ed teacher.
you think so?
She
She
would.
would. Yeah, I think
There's
so.
a question. Who of the three of our wives would be the best phys ed teacher?
I mean, I'm going to vote for mine.
I would.
'Cause she likes to. She would be doing this stuff right there with him, no problem.
Would she?
You had to get her.
We have been playing a lot of volleyball in our house because my daughter, Mona Lisa, is playing volleyball and.
Oh, she's
and-
not Mona Lisa, huh?
Oh shoot, she's
That's my
not. No,
daughter,
no,
friend.
Jennifer.
Jennifer. and
Shoot,
How-
Mona
how
Lisa
in
here.
trouble are you going to be?
I'm gonna be in trouble with Mona Lisa. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
No, probably not Mona Lisa. Probably Jennifer.
True. Jennifer is playing volleyball, but we played a lot of volleyball, and Anne loves playing volleyball. So if it was just volleyball class all the time, that's all they did, she would love it. But yeah, I don't know.
My vote's for Leslie. I think Leslie. She was like a cheerleader.
She was for sure.
She was.
That's kind of phys ed-y.
She was really good at basketball.
Actually,
She
my
was
wife
very
played
good.
basketball.
Yeah.
So all these. Look at these
saying.
teachers.
These teachers, these
Leslie did gymnastics. She did cheerleading. She ran track. She did all kinds of.
Anne did soccer in elementary school,
Oh.
so that she was on the blue team. I think
The blue
maybe
team?
orange.
They all sound certified.
I think they're all certified.
All right.
They're in. That's all you need.
Well,
Well, don't
I'll
be
stay. I'll
surprised.
stay at home, and they can
Yeah,
take my job.
That sounds good.
you
All right.
work from home.
Not work.
You send in your lesson plans and yeah.
Ooh, there we go. Oh, perfect.
speaking
of work from home,
yes.
how was a gym teacher doing anything gym teachery during COVID?
Busy.
Yeah.
Real busy.
Real busy. I
Now here's
actually
now
did-
hold on. I'm going to time out there. This is kind of how you said that you like Legends of the Fall, the way you just said that. So I could see where Jeremy would
What
be
I'm
confused.
saying.
Oh, the sarcasm.
The sarcasm, yeah.
busy.
Did I see air quotes?
Works good audio, doesn't it?
I had videos of actually I took our kids out and we actually created lessons and sent them over to the kids and for example and just fun stuff for the kids to watch us and we turn on the hose and we turn it into a jump rope and so the kids are outside and I'm turning the hose with the hose on.
Oh, that's cool.
The kids, my own kids are getting wet as it's turning
Right.
and the kids are jumping over the water. So we did more videos where kids have to watch and model. But yeah, it was different.
Did you have a lot of people that participated? Because I
Hard
can
to
tell
tell.
you my
Yeah.
son did not.
Well, my kids did not. So
Yeah, sure. There you go.
But
So,
the
did you
nice
have
thing
to
about
take
the nice thing
attendance with
about
that?
oh no,
Oh,
the nice thing about COVID is I feel like kids were doing
Outside
more. They
anyway.
were outside,
Right.
And so we did more outdoor stuff like hikes, and we got on the river and did a lesson, and just
cool.
be able to show the kids like what else there is out there in Grand Junction, because there's a ton.
Yeah.
True.
So,
Okay.
Good point. I did not.
Fair enough.
I didn't think about all that.
not sometimes
My
PE
kid
teachers
did
get this bad rap, like we're lazy, and
No, well,
there's a lot of good ones out there.
You don't have to think about. Nobody at this table thinks that for sure. We do not.
That's
We
what
see it.
is going on with the sarcasm? I don't understand.
We don't.
Confused.
No. Do you think your wife's lazy? I don't.
No,
I know
PE
for a fact.
teachers.
Oh,
no,
you think teachers. No.
Oh, teachers, no.
No, I don't think teachers in general. I don't care. You have to deal with kids all day that are that age. There's no way.
There's no way.
Especially in PE, I couldn't do it because they're running around probably screaming, and you have to keep them in line. And no. At least in the classroom, they know that they need to be subdued. And I feel like when they get to you, they're like, "Oh, it's time to let loose," and you're like,
Not really.
It's all sleeper
"Hold on." Right.
Well, and I think too, especially for him, it's like you got to learn all those kids' names. You pretty much know all those kids' names. After
Right.
how
Everyone.
long? How long does that take usually each year? I mean, obviously some you've known.
First year at a new school for sure, like
Yeah.
a month.
Oh, really?
And then after that, it's not. I mean, a week.
And how many kids is that total?
Between 300 and 500. 300 and 500.
Jeez.
Nope.
No, I couldn't do it.
You couldn't.
No, if I had a superpower, it would be forgetting first names.
But so if you think about all the people that you have helped buy a house for, nope. I don't know.
It's
what
not
it
even
is.
that many, though.
Mortgage a house, nope. Refinance, all those things. You can call to name all those people, right? Not even close.
I mean, yes. Of course I can those.
I don't know.
I mean, I definitely know your first name.
and you sold me my house. So
Yeah.
Well, you didn't sell me my house.
Proof.
Yeah.
You did the thing after the thing.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
did
like
the
a
financing.
realtor. I don't know
We did
what
the
you
financing.
Helped
did.
you pay for
For
it.
the job, yeah. We got you
I
the
said
money
to
for
give
your
you.
house.
Oh, good. Oh, perfect. All right,
That's what we
that.
did. Yeah.
Well, that was because I was like in my job, like I have to know a lot of people's names. Like I get to know them because they're members and whatever. So I was out with our ground superintendent the other day, and these guys came by, and it's like, hey, so and so and so and so, and this guy, he looks at me like, how do you know all these people's names? Like, well, it's kind of my job to know their names. So yeah, I would say I probably have a memory bank that has 400 names in it of people that I see all the time.
It's not because I don't want to.
Yeah,
In fact,
just
it's
can't do it.
embarrassing that I cannot. I met with a couple today, and when we went to go do their application, they told me their names twice.
Oh, that's the worst part, honestly, is I'm not good at first, like instant, like, oh, hey.
And then when it
Hi.
came time for me to fill it out, I had to. I do the, hey, spell your first name for me again. She's all J-A-N.
Mike.
I'm like,
My name is
oh.
Mike. M-I-K-E. Oh, yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
I
I
spelled
just
it
wanna make
with a
sure you
Q. Sorry.
I'm probably going to get myself in trouble
Right.
with this one, but I've already my wife. I've told her, hey, if I just start talking to somebody and I don't introduce you, it's because I forgot their name.
So help me out.
It's not because I'm being rude and
Leslie
I
knows
forgot
that too.
about you,
Same.
but it's so you should probably just jump in and be like, hey, I'm April.
I'll even do that to Leslie. I'll be like, let's not make it.
Well, and
weird.
we've run into that even I think as teacher husbands too, where I mean, obviously, I think Tristan's a little bit different because he's like I said, he's a teacher husband, and I think you and your wife have been in the same school pretty much every time, right? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, all
all three, and so. When she says, "Oh, so and so and so and so and whatever teacher or whatever," you know who it is,
Right.
So we were talking about names. We're talking about how every time they've got Anne has gotten better because it used to be for years. Even when we were first married, it was like she'd start throwing around all these names, and I'd look at her like, "I don't know who you're talking about." You have to go back and preface it by saying, "Oh, so and so is this, so and so is that." And yeah, I think it's just kind of funny that, but like I said, with talking to Tristan here, it's like he didn't have to deal with that with his spouse. But I did have a question. Your spouse, you were a teacher before your spouse was a teacher, kind of?
Did we establish that it was Isabel? Is that what we?
Isabel 2.
Isabel 2. I need the 2 reference.
Is there
I don't
Isabel
remember.
1?
Well, if I'm thinking right, Isabel 1, I believe, was Colonel Ludlow's wife's name. That I don't remember. She's in it briefly because she goes back and she goes into town because she hates the winters.
Right. Yes.
And I don't.
Yeah.
I think maybe that was Isabel.
And so then they named her Isabel too, kind of in her honor. The people who lived there did.
Right, and I could be wrong. I should know this.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you're right. though.
So
being
Legend
the
of the Fall
president of the
card.
Legends of the Fall fan club,
this may fall
the
into
Wyoming chapter.
the Nickelback fan club.
The Wyoming chapter.
I'll straight up tell you, my Nickelback love is pure sarcasm. Not even going to try to
We
front
don't.
that.
I don't believe it.
I think you're starting to come around.
Yeah.
I think it's a big show.
Isabel 1. Yeah, we're right there. There's an Isabel 3.
Oh, but that's her
Oh,
name.
because they have a kid.
Well, so that would be so it's.
I don't remember this movie. Did they just call him by like 1, 2, and 3?
No, there was the hand who was kind of an outlaw, like the ranch hand that was on there, married an Indian lady, and they had a kid, and that kid loved.
Isabel 2.
Well, that was Isabel too, and that she loved.
Tristan.
Yeah, the whole time.
Well, everybody loved Tristan, even
Right.
the people watching.
Yeah,
Loved
even the people watching.
Even the,
Okay.
all right.
Some viewers, maybe more than others,
Yeah.
did.
Right.
All right.
Definitely.
So Isabel 2. Then.
Isabel
So,
2. So there we go.
right.
Write that down.
Isabel too. Okay.
Okay, so at the time that you guys met or were dating, obviously I know that whole history. She was teaching, or she was kind of teaching at the school. What was
She was a paraprofessional.
She was a para there.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing: you had the forethought. You should have had the forethought to say to her, "Why would you even go into being a teacher?" Right? You could have said that to her,
Yeah, I could have.
but you didn't.
Yeah, you wanted to carpool. Made it easy.
Made it easy. I'm just wondering.
Made it really. Yeah,
I mean, aside from, I don't know. So, I mean, I don't know what she always wanted to do or whatever. Maybe, well, she always wanted to do that too, I think. But
yeah, she wanted to do
was
the same
there
thing.
was there any thought that you had of being like, this is not a great idea?
No, I mean,
wait. To which part?
To being a teacher.
He loves his
The
wife.
teacher, or the being married to
No,
a
no.
teacher, or
No,
like,
just the
which are we
teacher
talking
part.
about?
Just the teacher
Okay.
part.
Oh, I thought you were meaning
No.
that they worked at the same place.
Oh,
because that would very much probably be an issue with some marriages.
We know about that. That's, yeah. There's lots of stories about that for sure that we could talk about.
like
we don't have to do
we
that.
already live together,
Yeah.
so we can't. Work
That's a good
together
question,
also.
though.
That is a
too.
good question.
But maybe let's go back to the first one.
yeah,
So
yeah,
was
yeah.
there a thought that you had of like, oh, maybe like, not that obviously she wouldn't be a good teacher, but like you didn't think, you knew what the profession was. Was
Right.
that always like, oh, this is great, this is what you should do, or like,
we're very similar, so I think we both saw the benefits of being a teacher and the drive that we had towards kids and the future education for the children. I mean, and I think we both saw that. So no, I think there were so many benefits that we saw as us both being teachers and then getting married and in the summers and
There you
just
go.
being able to spend a lot of time together. But
Right.
yeah, there's definitely.
See, I'm not thinking about all these
That's
great
true.
benefits.
Look at this.
so what's the downfalls?
We're tired at the same time.
Okay.
We're tired August through
May.
August through May.
Okay.
End of May. And then we have a lot of fun in the summer. There's not many downfalls there.
I mean, because you guys don't just don't really work together at
Right.
the school. I mean, obviously you probably see each other all the time, but does that get hard seeing each other every day like that, or not really?
No, not really. We don't see each other a ton, but
That's
yeah,
true.
it's easy to.
It's not like you're in the same.
Yeah.
It's nice when both our kids were going there because the whole family would go
Yeah.
to the same place, and then when our oldest went to the middle school, it changed things a little bit. But
Did you have issues with your kids going there? Was that cool? Did they like that, or were they like, ugh, I get to see mom and dad at
Both mom and dad.
school too?
Whew.
I can say one of them probably didn't care at all.
they think it's cool. I mean, their dad's their PE teacher. I think
Yeah.
that's fun for them. But yeah, I think they like having mom there more than Tristan. But
Yeah.
if I'm supposed to,
Third person.
am I supposed to speak to myself? In third
Yeah,
person?
if you want to, for sure.
The reason I ask is because we both had our kids went to the same school that our wives did. So
Correct.
my kids liked it. So, but I've heard others did not.
Well, and we talked about that before, about how that yours were in your wife's class. Like Jason made a conscious decision to not have his son in his wife's class or in
Kyle's wife's
Kyle's
class.
wife's class. Mine made a decision to not have my son in her class because it just wouldn't work. Obviously, you couldn't do that with yours. They would be in there too.
Makes a difference on, they're nothing like me at that age. So they're a lot like their mother.
Oh.
So if they would have been more like me at that age, it would have been completely different.
That makes sense.
So
Okay.
they didn't spend a lot of time in they're good kids.
Yeah. Right.
Rule followers.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like
That
mom.
makes it
Good
easier,
point. Yeah.
So if they weren't, I don't think they'd like us there.
Right. Oh, well, good.
All right. Any misconceptions about that people like put on you as far as being a PE teacher in general?
Yeah, they don't think we're as smart.
They don't?
Yeah, I think they think we just get hit by dodgeballs too much and that we just lose brain cells. I think that's smart.
So who doesn't think you're as smart? Because I know what you have to do to be a teacher. It's a bunch of stuff. And
Well, we just established that he has to go through the whole.
right. He has to do everything that
everything,
anybody else
yeah.
does. So it's no different. But I guess that leads into a question that we have too: is do you have to deal with the parents? Do you have parents that are giving you a hard time, or
No, we don't deal with parent. We deal with
should
more
do
like
parent-teacher conferences or things like that, or no?
They just come to say hi.
Oh, okay.
And more of the teachers, we're specials teachers,
Mm-hmm.
music, computer, PE, and so we give the teachers those plan time, and so they better like us and be nice to us,
Right.
True.
because without us they don't get breaks.
True.
But
But like,
Yeah,
so you don't have issues with parents then at all. You don't have to deal with any of that.
if you're not doing your job right, you definitely would.
Oh.
And so the
Well, like,
kids
if
are
you have
coming
a-
out of there with big injuries and
Right, I guess, yeah.
concussions.
But if
and-
you have a kid that's disrupting, you push that back on the teacher then, I guess, huh? To say, hey, this kid was not cool today. Please take care of that so that we don't have to have that tomorrow.
Cool.
Or whatever. Insert whatever actual words you might say in that situation. But you don't have to deal with that, like with the parents and send home stuff like that, do you?
No, I would if I needed to. I try not to send I try to not send the problem back to the teacher. Teacher's got so much going on anyways.
Oh.
If it happens in the gym, I want to take care of it in the gym.
Okay.
And it needs to take it further. I'll definitely take that next step with admin and the parents. But
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So I never knew how that worked. If that
it'd be
was-
easy for me to just send it off to the teacher next class. But no, I like to carry it over. If it happened with me, I want to deal with it.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
We're learning so much.
That's right. We are.
Well, the only question, that's really good though. But you have, if you have one class, don't you have classes that are like back
Class
to back
after-
to back?
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's tough to have to do that. Then if you've got a whole new group of kids coming in, right? Good for you. Well, I'm again. I have all kinds of respect for teachers. There's no way I could do it. I'd want to escort him real nicely to the principal. Definitely not by the back of his neck or anything.
We're just the husbands. You have to deal. You're the teacher and the husband.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're building
Right.
building those relationships, and the stronger the relationships are, the better the kids act. So,
Yeah.
in regards, P is there's a lot of incentives there. Kids love to move at
Right.
the elementary level. Middle school, high school, kids may not want to move as much, so the incentives a little bit tougher. So,
So if they
speaking
can't,
of that- oh.
if you can't, well, I was just gonna say if they get in trouble, they can't participate,
Right.
And that's worse than. I'm catching on.
Yeah.
some
seeing
math
how it
tests,
works.
the kids are going to act out. Oh, I'll take the math test versus
Right.
Yeah.
we're
They don't
playing
get to
dodgeball
run
and
the play.
they're not
Yeah.
acting out.
Yeah. Got it.
See,
Makes sense.
my question to that point then is so like normal teachers, right? They're tracking growth and their whole thing
Normal
is based
teachers
on growth.
again.
Oh, is that like a not racist, but is that a
I really
Teachist?
racist. I think racist is the right word. Yeah. think you're good.
teachist? Am I teachist?
I think you're classist. Yeah.
Classist.
You're putting him in a lower class than the normal teachers.
Automatically.
Specialist.
Which is fine. I
Normal.
love
Oh,
it.
that's right. He is a specialist.
That's true. He is a
Specialist.
specialist. That's
Yeah.
true.
Sucks to suck. That's
So non-specialist teachers. This is hard for
we're
me.
just special.
Just say
special
classroom
teachers.
classroom
Classroom
teachers.
teachers.
There you go.
Specials teachers.
How do you track growth or and how, like testing and things like that? How do you? Is it just like you took the class and you're moved along like that? How does that work?
Skills. I mean, again, elementary, we're skills based. So we're teaching a skill and then we're giving them the rubric and they're working on that skill and they're pretty much testing out of those skills and using those skills in certain sports and then using those skills and being able to identify which skills are in each sport. And so there's there is testing that goes on. There's pacer tests that there's many tests that go on, but again, when you're grading that, it's a little bit subjective for sure.
Sure. So Jason would still be in elementary school because he could not probably make a basket, is what we're probably saying.
My basket skills are probably elementary. But did you know
what
that
it's
I
not?
invented
Oh, yeah.
freestyle running?
What you might refer to as parkour.
Yeah.
You know
Parkour.
it as parkour.
He invented it
It was freestyle
in
running
Orchard
back
Mesa.
then.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I don't think it was Orchard Mesa.
No?
I think it
Was
was.
it
No,
like
I went
the
to Central.
Oh, Central. Yeah.
is it like the Office parkour scene or?
No, much better.
It's way better.
Way-
Than
I
that.
mean, there's no
more
video
advanced.
of it, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
There's
much
no proof.
better.
It's just up here.
There's no proof. There's no video evidence,
No.
but
We didn't have phones back then. What do you want me to do?
That's true.
it's up here. There's many videos that play in my mind that I review
Those things roll.
whenever I
constantly.
need to self-talk and build myself up a little
It's
bit.
literally
Like,
what
throw
I
on-
would see from The Office. That's exactly what I would think Jason
way.
was doing. No.
I would like to think that I'm a little more graceful than that.
All right.
for sure.
I was
Well-
at least at a skate park when I did my freestyle running.
That's true. Yeah.
I was in the element.
Not a poser.
If only there would have been that PE back then.
Yes. Yeah.
If only my PE teacher cared.
Jason,
There we go. Can you name a PE teacher you had?
I know.
No. The only one I can
think
think of
almost
is
all of
Mr.
all mine-
Mr. Swanson, who was the football coach, who was the weightlifting coach in high school, who played ACDC every time.
My weightlifting
well,
coach, I
that's a
can't
good
remember. It was
teacher.
my
Yeah.
brother-in-law. So
Mrs. Gagne.
So you don't-
My
so you don't know
rackets,
his name, is what
I
you're
took
saying.
her like 40 times.
Yeah. You don't know her name?
Mrs. Gagne.
Oh.
yeah, he took rackets,
Rackets.
literally 4 times.
4 times.
In high school. So
Just to get my PE
It
credit.
doesn't sound like very
yeah.
much.
yeah, we didn't have that option when. Oh God, I'm dating.
They wouldn't let me
myself
take it
again, but literally
the
there
same
was
once I
PE.
did go
You
to
had to take
advanced
it.
rackets. So, yeah.
Advanced. All right. Speaking of more contact, dodgeball. Is dodgeball still a thing? Can it be played? There's too much crying and too many parents that don't want their kids getting hit with the dodgeball.
There's controversy out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some parents are totally against it. Some districts are banning it.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
whoa. No way.
that was amazing.
I'm terrible at sports, but I loved dodgeball.
Yeah,
I was so bad at it. But it
Change
was
the
always
name.
fun.
Change
Yeah.
a couple rules. You're good.
Yeah. Okay. There
no
you
hitting
go.
in the head or whatever.
Yeah, you're out if you hit somebody in the head. See if they're okay. Check on them.
God, that
If
was
you're
the best.
3 feet away from each other, you're not
Crack.
throwing it as hard as you can to put a hole in them.
They're running across and you time it out and hit them right in the head and they scorpion or something. God, that was great.
Scorpion?
I miss it. Or
Like,
well,
like where they're like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You hit them and they
remember
fall
that.
and
Parkour move.
Like, just go
Parkour
over
move.
the
That was a
head.
parkour move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Free running.
I've done that one
Freestyle
a
running.
couple times, many times.
you just have to stick the landing.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Oh,
Okay, here we go. Throwback. The parachute is still a thing.
Parachute's a thing.
Is
Yeah.
it still?
Still?
Loved the parachute.
Kids love it.
I heard those are super expensive.
Oh
like,
yeah, like
if they-
$500.
Yeah, like you can't just.
$500?
Yeah.
Whoa.
For a good one.
So yeah, if something ruins it, they fix them because it's hard to get. It's hard to get them. I've heard, and then even when you do, it's expensive to get them.
It's a good thing we're sponsored by Desert Oasis because next year Desert Oasis has pledged to buy
10.
10 parachutes.
That's what I've heard.
School
district.
district.
Great job, Desert Oasis.
Thank you.
Tristan's school's going to get
I'm
the
not-
first one.
They're finalizing.
For sure.
They're finalizing the paperwork. I'm sure, but
I jumped the gun a little bit, but it's
I'm
definitely
certain
happening.
that's in the. In
It was a
negotiations.
secret. Now the secret's out.
Secret's
Thanks,
out.
Jeremy.
Yeah. But the ball, like the balls in the parachute, or you guys do, we used to like go underneath it,
Yeah,
when
have
you
to-
come
you
down
flip it up
on
and then go underneath
I
it.
don't know.
Oh,
There's
so
something
many
new?
Oh yeah, there's
I don't know. Is there something
It's
new
wild.
in the last 30 years or something new? Like, I don't know.
This
I just
new
feel like
parachute
you guys
technologies.
should come to
Come
the
and
school and
watch,
you can be
yeah.
guests and get you in there with the 5-year-olds and do the parachute.
Can
Well,
we do that?
We
We'll do
can.
it.
No, that's a thing.
We know that
Kyle's not coming to that.
we know that Kyle won't be there, but
No.
the other,
I
the two
will
of
be
us,
there.
the rest of us would. Yeah,
Yeah.
we could
Yeah.
do it.
I am so down.
I would watch some video later. Not all of it, probably.
Of that?
Yeah. Like if, maybe you guys getting there if it was funny, but
Kyle's wife has taught in the district for upwards of 20 years, and he's been to the
quite.
school
Twice.
twice.
it's not true.
2 times.
It's not true.
the day that she got hired and they introduced all the teachers, Welcome. Here's Leslie. She's here. And then I think once last year when he brought some Taco Bell.
I took her lunch this year, I think. I'm pretty sure I did.
Good.
Did you see her pin that she got when she was 20 years?
No, she
She hasn't been
hit
20 years yet. That's just an exaggeration.
15-year pin's pretty sweet, too.
Is it?
Oh, that's got to be coming up.
I thought it already
big deal.
happened. No?
No, I think she's 14.
Note
So-
to self: you better ask that.
You better be ready.
Probably
You have
should
to
show
make
up.
make a speech
Write
and
that
everything.
I have to make the husband's
Better
speech.
start planning now.
15-year pinning.
I think
Like,
you should
do we have
go
to
to
go
school
someplace for
tomorrow
this?
and give her flowers or bring her something.
Kyle's in trouble
Oh
tonight.
my god.
He is. just
Tristan
getting
is super
worked.
romantic, just like the real Tristan on the movie.
I'm starting to see it's not sarcasm.
Right. If you guys could see his flowing locks too, you'd be as impressed as we are.
Oh, nope.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm not probably going to go hang out with the kids. Probably not.
They would love you.
It's not that I don't like them. They're fine. I like kids a lot. But I don't want to hang out in a classroom.
But it's not a classroom.
Or-
you're gonna hang out.
You're gonna play
in the
dodgeball.
gym. You're gonna play dodgeball
And parachute.
And parachute.
No, but then it's going to be like that big guy hit me with that dodgeball.
That's true.
Oh,
That'll
yeah,
happen.
that's right.
And then nope. Then it's like Tristan gets fired because he let
there'll be some guy.
Some random
some guy
guy.
without a
in there.
background check come in and throw dodgeballs at high velocity towards our head, and then because obviously I'm going to be aiming for the head.
True. And they'll be like,
There's
how
gonna be
about
some Billy
habits?
Madison stuff going on. I'm going to be throwing him hard and taking out some aggression.
Trouble.
So I'm just going to take myself out of the equation so everybody else can keep their job. So
that's considerate.
Way to
for
look at-
sure. Good job.
I like to be nice. Oh man.
Wow.
So testing, you test them on the different skills,
Right.
And do you have like a cumulative based off of how they score? That's what they get on their report card or whatever. Or
I do skills, so it's skills based. Meaning, there's 6 different grades, K through 5.
Mm-hmm.
But so each grade will have different skills that they're getting graded on.
so, how do you measure like the growth? Is it just based on Please excuse my ignorance. So let's say
I'm gonna ignore his excuses. Actually,
if you're doing a push-up test at the beginning and they can do 5, and then at the end of the semester they can do 10, then you've got growth.
Right.
That's obviously a rudimentary way to. But is there something like that where you guys test that, how fast they run this or that, or?
They got rid of the presidential test a long time ago, but I still add in the mile run, and we do pull-up tests, and
Okay.
it's more surrounded around goal setting. There you go.
How far you can reach?
sit and reach.
You just pulled your groin.
hang.
Bent arm hang.
You just unlocked like a memory.
Oh, it's so crazy.
Goal setting is huge. It's not me versus you on the push-up test. And
Okay.
so if we're working on something like that or the mile run, they do that pre-test to see what their score is. They goal set around it, and they try to figure out, we want
So we
to
just do it
increase
before and an after.
before and after,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
But if we're talking about a punt or a overhand throw, underhand toss, there's the steps to do that. And so, they'll back to that pre-test, they'll see what they can do, and then we work on those skills and they post-test, they check off. And so when you're looking at that growth, there's lots of different areas that we can grow in.
Okay. And so then you celebrate. Look how much farther you can throw. Look how much faster you ran this.
Yeah, and that's,
mile or whatever.
believe it or not, that's where we add in, math for distance, and we are teachers.
Cool.
So, yeah, crazy,
Because
huh?
I don't remember ever. I think it was presidential skills when I was there. It was like,
Oh, yeah.
It was.
oh, you can't do a pull up. Back to the line,
Get out.
fatty. So I mean,
Everybody stares at you and watches.
yeah, maybe don't eat so much at lunch. That kind of stuff or whatever they said
Right.
that I definitely didn't repress and
Bring up
So,
now.
Yeah.
That's why you need to come in, and you might see that it's changed for sure.
Yeah, I know. It'd probably bring up too many memories. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't have any problem in PE. I was fine. But I do remember we had to run the mile, and they were like, "Can you have to do it another 7 or whatever minutes?" I'm like, now as an adult, I don't know, whatever it was. It was definitely less than what I run it now, or even when I could run it years ago as an adult.
Also, like jump rope for heart. Is that still a thing?
That's still a thing too.
Yeah.
What's that?
You didn't do that?
No, I don't know.
You like like this whole school like jump roped for like, and you had to like go get money. Like
No, we
no,
didn't do that.
You raise money for the American Heart Association.
but like the whole school like is out there jumping rope. Like
No,
I don't remember that.
no,
That was not a
Lots
thing.
of fun.
Prizes and
Yeah.
So do we see anything wrong with the presidential fitness test?
Do I know?
Yeah. Do we feel like it's an everybody gets a trophy thing now or not?
What was?
I think it
let's
goes back to
clarify.
what you talked about.
Yeah.
Is people are. I mean, you're doing the bent arm hang and
Yeah.
you reference you're fat
Yeah,
and everyone and you're
True.
not.
Yeah. You look great, Kyle.
I am.
No,
for
you-
sure.
no.
You look
I
great,
think
yeah.
the term they use is obese. So
And it was just the way that a lot of PE programs were set up, where kids were staring at you and laughing at you.
Yeah.
And then the
So you
studs,
had to be
yes.
able to do a certain amount of push-ups. I like back in the 60s or whatever, if you watch some of those videos where they're doing PE where they look like they're in the military, the kids were doing all kinds of the over the arm, the monkey bars and they're doing all kinds of push-ups and whatever. They're not doing that now. I mean, that's not a thing now, right?
Each school, and that's
Right.
each
I
school's
mean-
different. Yeah, we still do some of that. I don't feel like this is military in the
Right.
in the
I
gym
mean,
I'm at,
it
but,
looked like the military, like just some of the old videos you see.
short
where
shorts
they're-
and everyone
Right.
looked fit for
Yeah.
sure.
Right.
You didn't see obese.
There's definitely not like shirts and skins. That's not a thing anymore. No way.
Not in elementary.
I don't even think in
I don't
high
think
school
any
that's
at
not a
all,
thing.
probably.
That's
Really?
all done,
I
I,
don't
think.
know.
Yeah.
That still definitely was the thing when I was
Open
in
gym, boys basketball maybe, but
Right, yeah. But yeah, those presidential fitness tests and those videos, it was just dudes running around with their shirts off and they're all chiseled up and you're like, well, that's not what it even looked like
No, that's
in
Top
the
Gun,
80s.
Kyle.
Chariots of Fire, Top Gun. Yeah.
Top Gun was a good one.
It's true. It was a good one.
Which one are you talking, Maverick or the old one? I mean, well,
Both.
they were
They both are
all
the same.
glistened up.
No Brad Pitt, but that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Tom
his
Tom
I don't
Cruise.
know.
It's
That's
his
Tom
friend.
Cruise. Yeah.
Aren't they friends? They were friends at
Who?
one point.
I would
Tom
say.
Cruise and Brad Pitt.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think so.
They were in an interview
They were
with
like
the vampire
elite.
together.
Oh, yes.
There you go. That's a good one.
Another one
better
better
than Legends
than
of the Fall.
You're just thinking any Brad Pitt movie, and then it's better.
Well, yeah, that sounds about. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, I haven't heard one yet. That Bullet Train, Legends
I
of the Fall
couldn't.
is
I only
better.
watched
Loved
like
Bullet
10
Train.
minutes of Bullet Train and then I
Yeah,
turned it off.
Legends
You
of
need
the
to
Fall
watch
was
the
better
rest
than
of
Bullet
it.
Train.
Nope.
Yeah,
Watch
I
that
would
one
agree with
again.
that.
So underrated.
I didn't care for the one where he was a hitman either. That wasn't that great. It was all right. The gangster one. Yeah, exactly. You can't even think of the name of it. He had a black leather jacket on in it.
What's the Julia Roberts one? Not Once Upon a Time.
the
Once Upon a
Mexican?
Time. Oh, the Mexican. That's a good one. I like that one.
That's
Yeah, that was
racist.
It's been
better.
a while. Yeah, that was better.
That was better too because it had what's his face from The Sopranos, and they had a cool gun in that one.
James Gandolfini.
Yeah, but then again, that was one of my least favorite roles. Julia Roberts. Good Lord, she was irritating in that show. Poor Brad Pitt. What he had to deal with.
Brad Pitt. All right. You can look around this table and see that Tristan is in better shape than all of us.
Sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Are there any kids that are beating you at some sport in the
good
school
question.
or have beat you? Probably have beat you now, maybe they got older or whatever, but is there a kid that's like can run faster than you, like a fifth grader? Or
Run faster? No.
no?
Oh.
Yeah.
They're still.
They try. I mean, they
try.
But yeah, there's some
Basketball?
definitely some fit kid basketball. No,
no?
but no.
Okay, all right.
Like push-ups or pull-ups or anything like that.
Yeah, pull-ups. I mean, believe it or not, actually the younger kids are better at pull-ups than the older
True.
kids.
There's no
Yeah.
weight there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah,
pulling
that
like
way.
10 pounds up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could do
Yeah.
that.
Pull-ups are for skinny dudes. That's what I've decided.
There's
Mainly.
definitely fit kids out there for sure.
That's true. I bet.
But
there are.
yeah, they could destroy me in dodgeball at times.
Yeah, because they're wiry and
They're quick.
Cool.
Does that make
Yeah,
you
they
feel proud?
scurry
Like
around.
you're like, I taught that kid and he's kicking my butt.
that kid. Yeah.
Proud?
No,
No,
it does, yeah.
Does it? Yeah.
Any that's
kid-
good along that line. Have you had any really good athletes that have turned out that you're like, that kid
yeah.
was in my
The
PE
kid that
class?
just broke the record for high jump went to the Olympic trials.
The France guy?
no Miller or whatever his name was.
Kid from Quebec. He went to school
no.
that I met. your
Oh,
wife and-
really?
Yeah.
Not the blonde kid that went to CMU and then switched.
No.
Okay.
No. He was. I don't want to say his name, but
Right.
your wife may have taught him.
Oh, maybe I have to think about that. Okay.
And so he just went to state, or he won state.
Yeah, he broke the Colorado state record for high jump, and then he went to the Olympic trials. They take, I think, the top 3 or 4. Don't quote me on that, but he made the top 12.
Awesome.
Nice.
So, but he's 18. He's going to the Olympics in 4 years.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
But stuff like that. That's pretty neat to see.
Yeah, that's cool.
You had some girl that was like a BMX girl, right? That was like pretty good. Did some like racing and stuff like that. There's Kyle. That's Kyle's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
BMX.
well known in the BMX world. And then I got a couple of kids that are in middle school that are gonna, I'm guaranteed D1 basketball athletes. A couple football players.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's real neat to see. I mean, one of the girls was taller than me in like 3rd grade.
Jeez.
You haven't really talked about how tall Tristan.
That's
is,
true.
so-
We have. Yeah, he's fitter than us, but he's shorter than us, so it's fine. It's okay. We got it. Brad Pitt's pretty short too, I think, so it's okay.
Yeah, he's not, but
I think he is.
Tom
I
Cruise
think
is
he's
short.
I'm more Tom
Cruise is
Cruise.
short.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is super short.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt is shorter than you think.
Not super short.
I don't think
Short. Why,
Yeah,
why do you have
this
to throw
is
out
a,
super?
well,
He's
a
just-
What is
short guy
super-
is
what's
gonna
super
say-
short?
Super short is under 5'8".
Prince is
and
super short.
Super short.
Prince is super short.
Prince is super short.
Yeah.
Prince
the only
and
one I can think of.
Prince and Tristan are about the same height. I
No,
think,
they're not. Not either. Now I have to look and see.
Look and see how tall Brad Pitt is.
Brad Pitt is.
I bet he's like 5'10".
Yeah, I was say 5'10.
No, he's 5'11".
There you go. Short.
So that means he's 5'9".
Super short.
That's true. He is definitely not 5'11". Yeah. There's no way. Yeah.
Here's a question. I don't know how I want to word this.
Oh,
So
geez.
being a teacher,
Normal teacher. Okay.
being a teacher. Here we're going teacher husband. This is a teacher
Yeah, that's.
husband
I think that's
podcast.
good. I think we should probably try to shift to that if we can.
Teacher husband who transcends as a teacher. So like us, we're on the outside of like, so we hear our teacher wives. It's like this kid, this kid, this kid, but you have like the privilege of like knowing, oh, like, you know which kid she's talking about, right?
Right.
Like if you were on the outside of that, like if you were in our boats, like how would that feel as opposed? I don't know how. I guess I don't know how I want to word that, but
I imagine it's got to be pretty annoying. I've went camping with Jeremy, and my wife, myself, and his wife. We're all talking about certain things that he has no clue what we're
No
talking
clue.
about.
Yeah.
And it's
Because they
gotta
all
be-
used to be at the same school together years
okay.
ago.
okay.
And it's got to be pretty frustrating. It's like, let's talk about something else. Sports, Legends of the Fall.
Legends of
something
the
else.
Fall. Something.
Of course, Legends.
Me.
But yeah, I could see it could get a little frustrating at times.
I mean, I don't mind when it's a little gossip about this person did that person, this kid is that, whatever. I might listen to some of that stuff. But if it's like, oh, this new curriculum is blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, this sounds awesome. Can't wait to hear about the binders that you have to have and the labels that are necessary in order to be able to, yeah.
But I imagine I probably think the same way you guys think. No. I mean, being in the PE world, so
Right.
Huh.
I
Yeah, 'cause you
imagine.
don't have to have that. So do you have to do lesson plans
Yeah,
and
we
stuff?
do.
I mean,
Yeah, we do lesson plans, but at the end of the day, my wife is still working, and I'm going home and trying to forget about it all.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
great teacher.
because you don't have to.
Her.
Are you doing something daily, or you just kind of have an idea? Or you set up your schedule like this week we're doing this.
I have a yearly plan, and then I
Okay.
make the lesson plans for the week.
Got it. Okay. I don't know how that. I mean, I'm acting like I know some of that how that works, but I know lesson plans are like for
They're throwing out
us.
like buzzwords, like lesson plan.
Yeah, but they have to do them like
Lesson
daily. Like, and that's the thing I've always been mesmerized by is that they can be down to like at 12:53 we have to do X, Y, and Z, and then at 1:17 we have to be at. I mean, it's not like 1:00 and 1:30. It's down to minutes that they're tracking that.
But they probably have it worse, I think, because you have to get your kids back to the teacher at a certain time too, right? So you've got to get your Timing.
Time management's huge. But
This is since it's been a while. Do you send them, or do the teacher go get them?
teachers will come pick up, and
Okay,
but they got to be ready to go. Like it's like if we're waiting, it's like
yeah, they got to go
Tick,
because
tick.
the next class is coming in.
got it.
oh, okay,
So, yeah.
okay.
But it made me think though when you're talking about the lesson plans and for teachers, but when your wives take a day, they're sick or take a day off.
Right.
Remember that they have to still create those same lesson plans, but
Yep.
they have to explain it to the sub
Right.
for them in a way for them to like understand it.
Yeah.
And so it's even double work.
Well,
What do you do when you have a sub? What
fu-
do you tell the sub?
Dodgeball.
do you have a sub that you use all the time so that it makes it easier? Do
Say that again.
you have a sub that you use all the time?
Yeah,
so
I try to find a sub that's understands kind of like the specials world, and so it's class, next class, next class. But I have emergency lesson plans like your wives would have.
Yeah.
In case they were just sick and could not make it into work. But if I know I'm going to be gone, I'll create a lesson plan depending on the unit that I'm in. So if I'm in a basketball unit, I'm creating a basketball lesson
Got it.
for that substitute.
All right. Well, because my wife, I don't know about the rest of you, but my wife has a sub that she uses all the time. That happens to be her mother. So
That's
it makes it easy. Yeah. So she can just be like, hey, Mom, I'm sick. We need to do some stuff with whatever. And they kind of have, they've got the thing where they've worked together enough to where they kind of know how to. She can slide right in and do what Leslie would need her to do. No problem.
Yeah.
And not.
That's a
have issues,
blessing.
so-
That's not normal
Yeah.
for most teachers.
Yeah, so. But she still rarely ever even takes. She
Yeah.
doesn't take. She doesn't sub.
It's moving heaven and earth for them to take a
Right.
sub.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you find your wives coming home talking about work?
All
the time.
The time.
Yep. Yeah.
Especially right now. It's all new, it's all fresh, and it's just like, yeah, it's just this kid, this teacher, this, that, and it's like, good night.
Yeah.
And I'm tired.
So you want to watch this show that I've had queued up for 15 minutes, or
It's sitting on
I guess I'll
pause.
watch
I'm
it for a
ready.
little bit. With I'm like, okay, time to watch my backup show.
What's your backup show
Right now,
right now?
I started watching the Wyatt Earp thing on Netflix, which is really good. Yeah, little history, okay, real quick. The movie Tombstone I thought was fiction. I thought it was just like, oh, let's take a well-known Wyatt Earp name and a Doc Holliday, and let's just say they were there together and they were friends and they shot him up and stuff. No, almost that
that's the
whole
whole
thing
thing.
is accurate.
Yeah.
I had no idea that was the case. It was even so much so it was such a big deal that the president was involved with some of that stuff that happened, and there was almost another civil war because of it. It's wild. So if you haven't watched that documentary on Netflix, definitely worth it
I'll
so
watch
far.
it. Think how
by
good.
Netflix.
Think how good Tombstone would be if Brad Pitt was in it.
Right, it would have been
It would be
I mean, I don't know who you would
It would
replace.
be Legends of the Fall.
one of the bad guys.
One of the bad guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
Curly
'cause he-
Bill or whatever. He could have replaced Curly Bill because
Yeah.
that guy wasn't that great.
Brad Pitt now or Brad Pitt back in Legends?
Well, anytime
Anytime, Brad Pitt.
would have been better. He
There's
would've
like
been-
what is? Oh, well, yeah, we've talked about like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia before, and like have you guys watched Sunny or not? Ever
I
watch it?
watched some of it.
Here and there, yeah.
So like Rob McElhaney, he like went through this whole crazy transformation where he got like super fat and then he got like super fit. And so he's talked about it on podcasts before where he's like he wants to get all super fit and he talks to his trainer and he's like, I know who I want to look like. And before he even says anything, the trainer says it's like Brad Pitt in Fight Club.
Right.
He's like, you're not going to look like that, but we can try it. It's just so funny. Like just that whole thing of like, yep, we know every guy. That's fine.
That's genetics. I can tell you what that
That's
is.
exactly
a lot of
that
that's
stuff.
genetics,
Yep.
and there might be a little schmeroids in there, but
Schmeroids.
We don't
Might rhyme
condone
with that.
steroids at the Teacher Husbands podcast.
right.
We don't.
Nope. Don't do it, kids. Not even once. You'll only want to get bigger.
It's
So,
a gateway.
Dare to not take steroids.
Is Dare still a thing?
No,
No.
I don't think so. I don't know.
I mean, they make T-shirts.
We'll find it out.
Yeah, they're funny T-shirts,
Yeah.
but not like real.
Oh, I had a
the
real.
real deal.
I'm sure we all had a real one,
Yeah.
but it's been a long time.
no, we weren't nerds, Jeremy.
No, none of us definitely were not. That's true.
Yeah, that was you were later. I was more like the Nancy Reagan. Just say no, okay? That was my era.
Who?
Right.
Ronald Reagan was a president in the 80s.
I thought he was an actor.
He was. He happened to be both. The second term, he got elected and won all of the states except for Minnesota.
It's true. He did. Walter
Where-
Mondale,
That's where Mondale was from. Yep.
1984.
You know that because you were from
It's
Minnesota.
true. I would have voted for Mondale, but I was 2 and I couldn't do it.
I can't believe you voted for Mondale.
We've only done
84
it 'cause
is a
your
good
dad
year.
said so.
84 is a good year. Speaking of, Tristan, about to turn 40 pretty soon here.
Big 4-0.
Big 4-0
God.
this weekend or sometime. I don't know when it is.
This
I don't really
weekend.
care, but it's
It's
coming
December.
soon.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Gonna happen.
Whether he likes it or not.
Ronald Reagan, the actor. What's that from? Anybody?
That's Back to the Future.
There you go. Thank you. There you go. Little Christopher Lloyd
From 85.
from 85. I did watch
When you
Back to
were
the Future 3 last week.
Ew.
Oh, it's pretty good. I still like
That's
3.
the three's the
Wild West one.
no, that's the
2 is the worst one ever.
no way.
2 is.
That's where they go back to the future. That's where they go to the future.
I know it's terrible.
No, that's the best one.
1's the best.
But they have a pizza.
3 is
that they hydrate,
next.
and
No.
the grandpa
2 is the worst.
is
Is this the
upside
sarcasm?
down.
No. 2 is the Indiana Jones
It had
Temple of
Biff.
Doom of Back to the Future.
And his mom got fake boobs and stuff.
well, that's
It
true.
was that was a great
That
one.
was terrible.
Biff was the coolest in that one. That was where Biff was the coolest.
All right. Well, we got Tristan here. Let's talk about teachers in the news. See if he knows this guy.
Yeah.
This didn't happen here, but
Oh, okay.
it's not in Wyoming either. Or Legend of the
too.
Fall. So I don't know. He may not. Middle school bans all black clothing, citing mental health concerns. Now, this is happening in El Paso, Texas, of all places, which Texas you wouldn't think really. I don't know. I don't associate him with this whole movement here. thing.
It's hot though.
It's true.
That's
Why are they
Not
wearing
the-
black
that's not the
clothing?
reason.
Oh, okay.
The reason is, so a Texas middle school is banning students from wearing all black clothing because school officials say it's associated with mental health issues. Students at Charles Middle School in El Paso, Texas, headed back to school Monday, days after a letter from Principal Nick DeSantis.
Oh.
Oh, Ron's brother.
Yep.
Ron's
Yep.
brother.
Oh, I didn't read that part. Outlined the school's new dress code policy. The letter says that the school is eliminating all black clothing because it is associated with depression and mental health issues and or criminality.
Ew. I think they're heavy. I think they're leaning more towards the last one there. But they're banning emo kids?
Right.
You can't be emo anymore?
They're just sad. They don't want to hurt
They
anybody.
just want to listen to My Chemical Romance.
It's true.
Sometimes they want to paint their nails black.
I was looking at
wrong?
my closet, and I mean, I'm in black now. Like Kyle's in black right now. I was like, I would be in trouble.
You.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Would kids become more emo just so they don't have to go to school? They just don't have to go anymore.
Good point.
I was
That's-
always trying to find ways to not go to school as I became a teacher.
You can't. I don't have any laundry. All my
yeah,
black
everything's
t-shirts.
black.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. Guess I'm gonna get sent home today. Shoot. Have to wear black though. Is black hair outlawed and black eyeshadow?
All it states is that it says like we're not allowing students to wear black clothing that is black from top to bottom.
Oh.
What if it's a band t-shirt? Because every band t-shirt's black.
Not anymore. They're all tie dye
Red-
and
ugh,
colors
you're
and
right.
things now.
You're
So
right.
even that's
Gross.
going away.
Tie-dye.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have
it's
no
the
idea.
worst thing ever.
It's weird.
Yeah, if you're wearing black, yeah, but just regular jeans.
But do you think
normal jeans?
Do you
I think,
think
is what we
that,
call
that
them.
black associates with like mental health issues? Like I know that we joke about like yes emos and all
Sure.
the things, but like, do you think it's the color that black makes you that way? Like,
No, I mean obviously not, but I mean obviously you can think back to 1999 when those kids are walking through Columbine and they're wearing black and they're wearing black trench coats and black and this and that. Obviously it's not just because they're wearing a black shirt, but obviously the association is there. And it's such a blanket statement to say, oh, we'll just, everyone who wears a black clothing is, just like Tristan here in his red shirt, it's like, oh, he's associated with
Bloods.
the Bloods or whatever, like
He did walk
how
in
far
with
do you
gang
go?
signs.
Yeah, he
dapped us up and was like, "Hey guys."
how much did we used to do that? That's right. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous that you can't just. I mean, if there's not a dress code at a school that kids are adhering to, that you're gonna.
They obviously are
make
having a
them-
problem. There's
Yeah.
probably something where they are. If you dress in all black, then you're associated with XYZ gang or whatever. It's probably something to
That would
effect.
make sense more.
And then they're adding in, but it's also
But
for
it's
mental
also for
health.
mental health.
When really it's like we got to get rid of the gangs.
And Raider fans.
And-
That's all I was thinking about.
Right.
so.
Plus, we hate the Raiders in El Paso. That's good.
I don't know. I thought this one hit me home because I was like, I think I would be in trouble.
I would for sure.
if
So
that
would my
was the
wife.
case. Oh,
What?
Leslie's
Leslie-
all in black.
She wears
All
black
black?
all the time. Not all black, but like if she's wearing a t-shirt, it's probably black or red. One of the two.
Is she wearing a T-shirt to school?
Yeah, she wears t-shirts to school.
Is she?
They're not allowed to?
I'm sure allowed
T-shirts?
to. I'm just wondering what April
yeah.
T-shirts.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Or
I'm
just
just like-
because of like teacher attire. Like,
Yeah. That's a good point. To some of them just like, and
Well-
she still kind of feels like she has to kind of dress up versus some of the other ones that dress like a gym teacher.
that's a fun question for a gym teacher. How does the gym
It's
teacher
the, big,
dress?
the best perk.
That's true.
You're
T-shirt,
expected
shorts.
to drive. Yeah,
This
and
gym
drive.
teacher dresses like he's teaching gym all the time. So
Yeah,
it's pretty
beginning
good.
of the year they talk about the dress code for teachers, but they're like, but except for the PE teacher.
Except for
Right.
Mr. Ludlow,
And it's-
he can
that's
do
right.
whatever he wants.
It's nice, yeah. It's
He's got to dress the part.
He's
dress
gonna go
for
dance
success.
with some wolves later.
dress for success.
He's
that's
going
right.
to dance with some wolves? That's a different.
That's a different.
That is Wyoming.
That's
I think.
Kevin. It is Wyoming,
that
but
is
that's Kevin
Wyoming.
Costner.
That's true.
Good try.
We'd have been calling him Tatanka or something.
No, she's still. For most, for the 3 of the 4 days that they have students, she still tries to dress up some, and then the Friday 4 days, I guess, and the Fridays is like t-shirt and jeans. But other than that,
I've been to school,
Twice.
and both times there were instances where I saw it for sure. I'm like, did you just go to the gym? Or?
oh yeah, no, we definitely have that for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
So,
yeah,
But were
not
you
my
look-
wife.
Were you looking at the PE teacher or
No.
Okay.
classroom teacher.
He wouldn't know. He was only there twice.
I'm not going to that into the. I'm not going to that. Why would I walk all the way down there?
I couldn't tell you who it was, but they were in. Yeah, sure.
I'm sure it was a teacher though.
The principal. I don't know.
No, he's generally
good.
in a tie.
He
Both
is in
of
a
them are
tie.
good.
He's always in a tie,
Yeah,
isn't he?
always.
That's
That
true.
man's the uber professional,
Yeah.
ultra professional all the time.
Talk about a sporty guy. There's a sporty guy
For sure.
for sure. He was like,
You might not look at him and say, "Hey, he's good at every single sport on earth," but you would be wrong because he is. It doesn't matter wrestling and
I wouldn't make it
basketball and football.
baseball. He was a big baseball guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sports.
Sports.
He is. He's fantastic. He's a coach. He can coach everything, I think, too. So.
Man, we're just gonna keep going right around. Is there a sport that you do not really care
good
to
question.
try to teach?
Dancing.
They still make you do that?
Yeah.
What, is it square dancing?
Different. I mean, there's different grades have different types of dances, but yeah, there's some foursquare, there's some line dancing still. Yeah.
All about
Really?
dancing.
Yeah.
Like you have
Hated
to do a
it.
whole week, or is it like one day in
Okay.
November we have to do
Yeah.
this the day before Thanksgiving or whatever?
That's
We
the
have
way
to
to
do
do
some
it.
line dancing.
You definitely could be a PE teacher. You got to figure it out.
This is where you
That's the way
team
do
up
it.
with the
That's what I would
music
do.
teacher and you work together, and then
Oh man,
Teaming up.
Like a team
that
up?
right there. I
Collaborate.
couldn't do that. I couldn't
just
be a PE
help.
teacher. You're a saint. I'd be like, okay, look, I got all these kids, and now I have to get them to line dance. Today's my last day. I can't make it.
You only have 2 more years left before you're fully vested and you got your
No.
retirement.
No,
No?
I'm giving it all up.
He's done.
Man.
Couldn't do it.
What if we let you wear whatever clothes you want to wear?
You can wear
And
black.
you can wear black
whatever
all the
clothes I want
time.
anyway.
You can wear yeah.
We're all black if they want. If I could let the music teacher teach the dancing, and I could go and do the music part, I would prefer that because we would do some music history or some types of music that maybe they haven't heard of yet. And now we're going to learn what does that sound?
That's you for sure.
Well, now we're going to learn some new stuff that maybe you didn't know about. Who raise your hand if you know what New School
Have
Metal
you
is,
heard
kids?
of Nickelback before?
Yeah.
I love Nickelback.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Nickelback. And then their kids are going to go home like, wow. The PE teacher and the music teacher switched, and it was the best week in music we've ever had.
They would
We listened to
definitely
some
not say
awesome
that.
music.
Yeah.
They would.
No, they wouldn't, because all I have to do in the truck every day when my daughter is in there is switch it to Mix 104, because everything I want to listen to is terrible, and Top 40 is all they want to listen to.
Ew.
And it's terrible, and I can't even hardly handle
Sounds like poor parenting. I don't understand.
That's all I heard.
I think something for you three is that you three should switch jobs with your wife for a day, just to see what that's like.
Is that a
We don't
thing?
want our wives to get fired.
That'd be awesome.
At least one of them. You could probably do it. They love
How
you.
many times has your wife said to you, "Will you go in and teach for me today?"
Oh, I've been told that, but
Oh yeah,
that's
lots
an
of
option.
times. No, it's not an
I
option.
never
but
even
it's
had
been
that
told.
said. That
Never
was never
said?
even said to me. She's
Really?
like, "Okay, no."
What does that
Because
say
she-
about you?
She realizes what would happen.
I'm telling you.
Nope.
Yeah.
She knows what she got.
Volunteer for the day.
Tristan, I need to keep some of these ideas to yourself.
Yeah.
You can edit that out.
I'm leaving it in.
That's pretty good in there.
I'm just going to tell my wife we didn't do an episode 9.
Yeah.
Even though she's in the other room and I told her everybody was coming over tonight. So.
We decided not to.
Yeah, we just canceled it.
Couldn't, it
didn't work
It
out.
didn't work. The recording didn't work. So. Oh man, that's so good.
Nope.
Well, we don't want to keep you, or you've already
It's a school
hit
night.
2 times. It is a school night. Yeah,
Literally.
look at that. Whoo, wow.
Past your bedtime.
If I stayed up, if I went to bed about this time, I would be really upset. That
Yeah,
I
how
was
are you
up
still
this late.
awake?
It's true. What time do you normally
All of
go
our
to bed?
wives are asleep by now.
About 10.
Oh, okay, we're good. Yeah,
is
we got
good.
lots of time. That's true. So
10? This guy's Superman over here.
Especially the beginning of
that's
the
pretty
year.
good.
Yeah. Good for you. My wife, I'm sure, is asleep
Oh yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah, I'm
Well,
going
that's-
home and she's out.
I was not that it relates much to anything, but the last week at work, I was out working out on the golf course with the grounds crew all week. So like, I got up at 5 and went and literally mowed greens, because I kind of am in this leadership thing that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I was in my head, I'm like, I don't mind getting up early, but getting up early for 1 week and then going back to not getting up as early was terrible, because I'm usually up till midnight as it is. And now I got to get up at 5 versus waking up at 6 or 4:30, whatever it was I had to get up. But yeah, such a
You
night.
thought it was
we-
bad to go back to it?
No, just that it's not like if that was what my schedule was, I'd just adjust and just go to bed at 10 instead of midnight. But since it was for 1 week, that was quite the adjustment to make.
Let me tell you a story in regards to that. Okay? We did this thing called 75 Hard where we had to work out twice a day.
It was terrible.
We did all 75 days, but I had to go to bed at 9 to be up at 5 so that we could get one of the workouts done. It was the worst 75 days probably of my entire life.
It sucked.
Do you know Tristan does 75 hard, 365
that's just-
days?
that's just
a
your
year?
life?
That's just
Yeah.
what he does.
Nope.
Good for you, Tristan.
You're
You're
my
a man's
hero.
man. I could not do it. The getting up at 5 part, I think, was the worst. Well, and then on top of the fact that you had to get up at 5, and then you had to we had to get warm because we're going outside to work out outside in the morning, and so as soon as that was over, I was like, we can sleep an extra hour.
But after a couple weeks of doing that, it's fine.
No, it was not.
Really? Oh.
Was it fine for you?
No.
it was
It was
terrible.
hard.
Because
all the
your
way-
body adjusts.
Day
to that.
74 was just
I
as
think you
hard
should do it to try it out.
as day 1.
See how it is.
Do you
I'll
do the
get
2
up
workouts a
I'll
day?
get up at 5 just to get up at
One
5.
outside.
No,
One outside?
You need
I'm
to
not
do the
going
whole
to do
thing.
the
Diet?
hard
Yep.
thing.
The hard. I'm not going to do the hard thing. The getting up early was the hard thing. Almost.
No,
all of it was hard.
No, getting up early is fine.
No drinking?
No drinking.
Yeah, we didn't.
You
we did the whole
you
thing.
did the right way.
For sure, we did the whole
way
thing.
through. The water.
The gallon a day,
Congrats.
the 10 pages, the 2 workouts. We did it for 75 days.
You want to do it?
They looked like you, and now
I'm not sure what you're
If you
trying to
listeners
say.
out there want to see Jeremy
It was a
do
long time
75
ago.
hard,
Yeah, oh, yeah.
send us an
if
email.
we get 10 emails,
10 emails. Let's do it, guys.
We'll get
Not me.
10 emails.
Just Jeremy. Jeremy and Tristan are going to do it for 10 emails.
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
so Tristan
Jeremy's
knows,
gonna
we
call it
normally
Tuesday.
get maybe 1, so we're good. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this time we're going to get
We're gonna
20.
get 20. Not the same. Not the same person.
Right.
20 times. Different emails.
No problem.
If somebody wants
I
to,
guarantee
if someone
we'll
wants to
get it.
make up a new email address, it still counts. It's
So
fine.
homework. I need everybody who's listening
Yeah.
to episode 9 right now.
Before the next one, then we're going to
Before the
see
next
how many
one.
we get.
I need you to email, even if it's just
Oh, we haven't even said it. This whole time we haven't even said
the
it.
email Gmail. teachyourhusbandspodcast@gmail.com. I don't even care what you say, even if it's
Don't
just like
send
hi.
anything. Just say
So
hi.
I can't wait for Jeremy to do
Just say
75 hard.
hard. Oh, yeah.
10
just say
emails.
that.
He's doing it.
10 emails.
You'll love it.
I will.
You should. You should do it like we did at right after the first of the year.
Yes.
So you get to go through all the holidays and it's fine. You have fun, and then right after the first of the year when it's nice and cold, through St. Patrick's Day, basically is what it
It's
is.
true. Oh, yeah, because it was COVID when we talked about that. When you guys did
Literally
it.
the day that we finished was
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day.
That's right.
And we were like, cool, we're gonna go out and have a beer or whatever, and then
And
COVID.
the world shut down.
And then the world shut down.
Th-
What do you
that
think
day.
that means?
We caused COVID.
Yeah.
We've talked about it a lot. That's good.
But also, if we think back to January of this year, when Kyle decided not to drink for 6 weeks, 4
Also a
weeks.
It was a
terrible idea.
month.
Also a terrible idea because he was so whiny every week.
That's not
Every
true.
week at darts. Every week.
I don't think you
God.
have an idea of what
what, I
you
was
sound
whiny?
like or what your wife
Well,
sounds
yeah, I think
like.
it's the same.
Or
I think you guys are. You have no idea what you're talking about. Delusional. I was that whiny that I wasn't drinking.
I'm going to start recording
so.
our conversations.
Yeah, definitely. Just leave
Great.
it there. So,
I did it willingly. It was my idea.
It was a terrible idea.
I did it. It was no problem for a month.
all right.
No big deal.
So send an email to teacherhusband, no S,
Husbands, no, with the
podcast at
Teacher Husbands
gmail.com.
podcast,
It definitely
plural.
is an S, not a Z either. Husbands.
I will even accept if you send me like a
Nope.
It's-
Nope. Doesn't count.
direct,
Nope.
DMs, hit
man.
my DMs on
DMs
Instagram.
don't count.
That THP Jason
I don't know how to check those, so
still
it doesn't
counts.
count.
we
I'm gonna
can prove it.
Print them out. I'm going to show timestamp it and everything.
God, I would love for you to do 75
I,
hard. You
I
would love
would
it.
too.
Even if you did it for 30 days. 2 workouts.
Do you know
a day.
how in
you know what it
shape
is?
I would be? It would be terrible.
Do you know what all it is?
be awful.
Dude, I was in shape and
terrible.
now I got real fat again.
Yeah.
2
That's what I'm
workouts
saying.
a day.
If I
a gallon of
if
water.
I lose 10 pounds just playing hockey once a week, talk about how crazy I'm gonna just be
crap.
shredded.
I think I lost 15 pounds, maybe the whole
You
time.
might look like Brad Pitt in
I
Fight
might
Club.
look like Brad
and I
Pitt in
lifted.
Fight Club.
I couldn't lose anything. You guys pissed me off. Jason lost like 100 pounds or something. He had a 6-pack.
It was only like 30 something pounds.
Yeah,
That's
not
it.
me. It's not in the cards for me to lose the weights.
Oh, yeah.
So
All right. Teacher Husbands with an S.
With an
podcast
S.
at gmail.com. Thanks everyone for listening.
yep.
Thanks to Tristan
Tristan.
for being
Yeah,
here.
you bet.
We loved it. It was great. And we will see you next month.
Double digits.
Oh, yes. Episode 10.
Totally.
We got some big plans.
No.
Jeremy's doing 75 hard.
I'll be in
the
the,
rest of the
midst
year?
of it. I will not be here. I will just be sleeping. It'll be past my bedtime, so I will not be able to be
We'll
here
do
for
it
the
earlier.
next one.
That's fine.
It's fine. All right.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Thanks, everybody.
All right, we're out.
Bye.
Bye. You can't get mad, okay?
Oh no, what did you say?